EA disappoints fans with a pretty mediocre EA Play. We take a look at how you'll be able to upgrade your games to their next-gen versions, and a PlayStation promotion in France got way out of hand, so the police was forced to use tear gas. Hi, I'm James and this is the XPpoint recap of this week. But before we begin, I'd just like to thank everyone who watched my unboxing of the Last of Us 2 Collector's Edition. I'm seriously humbled by the amount of views and the many positive reactions I've got, so really thank you all. This Friday EA took to the stage for their non-E3 presentation, where they showed off some games they're working on. And let's be brutally honest here, their quote-unquote live show was a bit of a letdown. That being said, they did show off some interesting stuff. To start, they announced a few more games that are now available on Steam. Games like The Sims 4, Apex Legends and Titanfall 2, and of course the new Command & Conquer Remastered Collection. EA then announced a new Apex Legends event, the Lost Treasures Collection event that starts Tuesday, June 23rd. During the event, you'll get to play a new game mode where you can only play with sniper rifles and shotguns. The game mode is called Armored and Dangerous Evolved. In this new game mode, there will also be no respawn beacons. Instead, you'll get to revive fallen teammates with the new mobile respawn beacon. The catch is that you only get one at the start of the match. Apex Legends will also release on Steam and the Nintendo Switch during the fall. It will also receive crossplay on all platforms later this year. EA also paid a lot of attention to its originals, its indie division. There we saw two brand new games get a lot of attention, Rocket Arena and It Takes Two. Rocket Arena is a new multiplayer hero shooter that made me think of Overwatch, but then with special rockets instead of characteristic superpowers. It will launch on PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC via Origin and Steam on July 14th. Oh, and it will also launch with crossplay enabled. It Takes Two is a co-op adventure platformer from Hazelight, the studio that you might know from A Way Out, or their studio head, Joseph Fuck the Oscars Fares.
Fuck the Oscars, you know? Fuck the Oscars!
Anyway, in It Takes Two you'll get to play as two dolls that represent the main character's parents who are on the verge of separating. The game will release in 2021, we don't yet know on what platforms. And then it was, of course, time for the main event, well, at least for many viewers and myself. The first look at some gameplay from Star Wars Squadrons. The game will take place right after the events of Return of the Jedi, so during the last days of the Galactic Empire. Squadrons will come with a story mode that will let you see the conflict from both sides. So you'll get to play as a pilot for the failing Empire and as a Republican pilot. The game will also feature a 5v5 multiplayer mode where you'll be able to customize your starfighters like the X-Wing and TIE Fighter. Star Wars Squadrons will launch on the 10th of October on PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC. The game will support crossplay and will be completely playable in VR on PlayStation 4 and PC. Oh, and there will be no microtransactions. And where EA dropped the ball, according to many viewers, was the lack of focus on EA Sports titles like Madden NFL 21 and FIFA 21. We only got to see one trailer for both games, like really one trailer for the two games combined. In this one trailer, we even hardly got to see anything resembling to gameplay. Also missing from their show was Dragon Age 4, that's in development at BioWare. Except if you count that half a second where you got to see some concept art of the game. EA wrapped up their event with a surprise announcement. There is a new Skate game in development, but other than that, there is nothing really to report. As you know by now, both Sony and Microsoft are making it possible for game developers to give their players a free next-gen upgrade of their games. In other words, if you buy a game on the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, you might get a free upgrade to the PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X for that game. For Xbox, the process will be extremely simple because the Xbox games will get something called Smart Delivery. This new technology will allow players to buy their game once. It doesn't matter if you play on the Xbox One or Xbox Series X, you'll always get the right version of that game. It will also not matter if you buy the game digitally or on a disc. Let's give an example. Let's say you've bought Halo Infinite, a launch game for the Xbox Series X. You also bought the new Xbox Series X and set it up in your living room next to your big TV. If you install the game there, you'll get the optimized version for the Xbox Series X. But then let's say someone else wants to watch TV, so you clear out of the living room into your bedroom. There you have a smaller TV and your old Xbox One. Well, no problem. You can just keep playing Halo Infinite there. Only on the Xbox One it will be another optimized version for the older console, thanks to smart delivery. On PlayStation, however, it will be slightly different. There will be no way you can play the PlayStation 5 games on a PlayStation 4. But the other way around will be possible thanks to backwards compatibility. In addition to this, Sony has also given game developers the option to give free next-gen upgrades of games you might own. One, for example, will be FIFA 21 by EA Sports. If you buy the game on PlayStation 4, you'll be able to upgrade it to the PlayStation 5 version for free. Sony has not yet told how these upgrades will work exactly, but it's nice that we'll get the option. A little bit more of PlayStation 5 news, but this is not yet confirmed by Sony, so do take it with a grain of salt. The price and release date of the PlayStation 5 might have been leaked by Amazon France. Amazon listed the PlayStation 5 with disc reader for €499. The digital edition's price leaked on the American retailer Target. It would sell for $399, but the most notable fact of this one is the 2TB hard drive, a variant of the console that has not even been mentioned by Sony before. We'll have to wait and see if these prices and release dates are the real deal. Oh yeah, the release date, by the way, according to Amazon France, is November 20th. And since that's a Friday, this might actually be correct. Okay, a bit of bad news now, because CD Projekt Red has announced that Cyberpunk 2077 got delayed. The new release date is November 19th. CD Projekt stated that the game is as good as finished, but there are still a lot of bugs left to squash, and some gameplay elements still need to be balanced. We'll get to see some more new gameplay this Thursday when CD Projekt Red will air their Night City Wire. Nintendo and the Pokémon Company announced a few new mobile games and apps on Wednesday, right when they launched their first expansion for Pokémon Sword and Shield, the Isle of Armor. The biggest announcement by far is the new Pokémon Snap game based on the game with the same name that launched in 1999 on the Nintendo 64. In this new game, trainers will explore new uncharted islands where they'll study the behavior of the wild Pokémon and of course take a lot of pictures of them instead of catching them. The new Pokémon Snap will release on Nintendo Switch, but there is no release date announced just yet. In another bit of Nintendo news, tomorrow Nintendo will host a special live stream where they'll present the next DLC fighter in Super Smash Bros. We already know the new fighter comes from ARMS, but tomorrow we'll know exactly who it will be. In the French town Orgeval, a special promotion got way out of hand. To celebrate the opening of a new Lidl, the store launched a special promotion. They would sell PlayStation 4 consoles for just €95 and only for that day. A promotion that would also only be held at this new store. And as you could imagine, it drew a rather big crowd. Fearing a small stampede, the store called the police to make sure things would not get out of hand. And when the police tried to get the people a bit in line and actually back off from the store, they used tear gas and actually suffered from the effects themselves, as you can see here. Eventually, the store didn't even open that day, stating they had technical difficulties. The promotion also got cancelled and the consoles were shipped back to the main distribution center. Lidl apologized for the inconvenience and said they had already organized a similar promotion that did not get out of hand like this. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, and yes, that is the title, has been rated for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One by the Taiwan Digital Game Rating Committee. The listing was spotted by Gematsu, but since then it has been deleted by the committee. Along with the rating, we also were offered the official box art for the game, on which we can see that the game will also be playable on the Xbox Series X. There was no mention of a possible PC and Nintendo Switch release. The listing also featured a short description of the game's premise. Crash is relaxing and exploring his island in his time, 1998, when he finds a mysterious mask hidden away in a cave, Lani Loli. The mask is one of the quantum masks and apparently knows Aku Aku, Crash's mask friend. With the quantum masks returning and a quantum rift appearing near our heroes, they decide to bravely head through to different times and dimensions to stop whoever is responsible.
Editing James here. While editing this episode, Eurogamer got a hold of some new low-resolution screenshots of the game, which you can see right here. Thanks to these new screenshots, we also know the game will release on October 9th. Editing James out.
Google has lowered the price for the Google Stadia Premier Edition. The price has come down from 129 euros to just 99 euros. But there's a catch. Google has thrown out the 3-month Stadia Pro trial, and guess what? That trial is worth 30 euros. The bundle still includes the Stadia controller and a Chromecast Ultra. Google Stadia Pro costs 10 euros per month and lets you play the games you've bought on the service in 4K with surround sound. Let's end this recap with some freebies. You can get Injustice Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition for free on Steam and PlayStation 4. All you have to do is visit the store page and add it to your account. I'll link the store pages below, but hurry because the promotion ends this Friday. And I have another cool promotion for you. If you own The Witcher 3 on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, CD Projekt Red is giving you a free PC copy of the game on GOG Galaxy 2.0. All you have to do is make a GOG account, link your account to your PSN or Xbox Live account, and then you'll be able to claim your free PC copy. But you better hurry because the promotion ends on Tuesday. And that's all the news I've got for you this week, so be sure to come back next week for more. Or maybe check out our older recap videos. If you liked what you saw here, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye. Halo Infinite, a launch game for the PlayStation. Oh my god. Nope.